introduce myself. My name is Olga Zulmaniar Fadjrin, and my friend first name Della, Nur Haliza, Dina Febriana, Rayskah Ningsih, Saga, Argo, Putra. The effect of the pandemic on film turnover. The COVID-19 pandemic had hit the country for a year. The development of the graph is a correlation of the quality of handling COVID-19 in Indonesia. COVID-19 in Indonesia has lasted even a year since the first case was reported by President Joko Widodo pandemic on March 2nd, 2020. Dr. R. Stefanus C. Handoko Eskom, MM, a member of the DIY DPRD, who is also an observer of public policy and business people, said that there were at least two major impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic on the national economy. The first impact that is very noticeable and easy to see is the weakening of household consumption or the weakening of the purchasing power of the general public. The second impact that is very visible in DIY as an inseparable part of the national economy is the decline in investment figures in various business sectors. Doubts about investing result in the business world not moving as expected. Investment in the tourist, entertainment, art, and culture sectors, travel, culinary transportation, which used to be quite popular in DIY, are now dropping drastically. In addition, PPKM limits movement in various tourist destinations. As a small example of the collapse of business investment during a pandemic.
The COVID-19 pandemic has affected almost all sectors, including the creative film industry. In 2019, the average Indonesian film production was around 140 titles a year and earned an income of approximately 2 trillion. However, due to this pandemic, there have been approximately 30 films that have been suspended in production, some still starting shooting in early July after the discourse of the new normal. Most of them don't even dare to move because of the fear of contagion if shooting involving a lot of crew and players, in addition to causing losses to the film industry. Budi explained that the pandemic situation has actually increased subscribers from over the top companies such as Netflix and GoPlay. Netflix saw an increase of 15.8 million paid subscribers from around January to March, while GoPlay said that time spent increased tenfold compared to before the pandemic. This online distribution of film production actually gained momentum during the pandemic because it coincided with the closing of cinemas and the recommendation to stay at home.
The government decided to close cinemas on March 23, 2020, whereas during the first quarter of last year, There are 28 Indonesian film titles showing in the theater, with an audience of over 12.5 million, a number that gives a sense of optimism at the beginning of the year. However, the storm of the pandemic then came and crushed all optimism. During this COVID-19 pandemic, industry players in various sectors must be able to continue to innovate in order to adapt. Coordinating Minister Erlangga said that during the COVID-19 pandemic, the film industry opened up with the new opportunities, namely in the form of streaming service based on digital platforms with video on demand. Based on statistical data, revenue from Indonesia's video on demand subscriptions could reach 411 million US dollar in 2021, with user penetration of 16% in 2021 and is expected to increase to 20% in 2025.
On the other hand, the presence of digital-based films makes film shows more diverse and requires a filtration process. Coordinating Minister Erlangga emphasized that this development must be accompanied by a filtration and censorship process that is in accordance with the norms and culture and religious aspect of the Indonesian nation. There needs to be information regarding to correct age classification to watch the film. That's all from us. Thank you for your attention. See you later.